Good morning, people of Kenya. My name is Kimani. Out here, as usual, trying to send the message, spread the gospel of civic education regarding a very crucial sector in our economy that has been kanyangiwad down very bad by the big fishes in our country who want to dine alone. They have been dining it for a very long time. The mining industry. So in the past few days, a lot of shit has been happening. One, kimaajabu tu, miraculously, a lorry overturned pale Mai Mahiu. The residents go to check kama ni unga nini iko hapo. Surprisingly, they find it's a chemical called sodium cyanide. Sodium cyanide, for those who don't know what sodium cyanide is, it's a chemical majorly used in it's used in gold leaching. Now you can Google what gold leaching is, but basically it's one of the processes of converting gold kuitoa kwa ile mawe inachimbanga ikiwa mawe, in the process of converting it to back to the real gold. So sodium cyanide is used as in gold leaching process. So the NEMA, when they find out a lorry imeanguka, they come out and say they waka release statement and they say it's a very dangerous chemical, people shouldn't play with it, it's going to Uganda. Hapo ndo makosa ilianza. They fucking lied. And by the way, before tufike huko, hii lorry ilikuwa inabeba sodium cyanide. Do you know who had insured it? Amaco. Do you know who owns Amaco? William Samoei fucking Ruto. Yes, you heard me right. So wakasema hiyo sodium cyanide, it was going to Uganda, but they lied. Why? Because I have people who have told me in the ground, people who have been dealing with it. In fact, it's sodium cyanide. My guy was telling me a ton of it is sold for around 31,000 bob. It was not going to Uganda. It was going to a place called Nyatike in Migori County. A very, very, very fertile place. And when I say fertile, I don't mean it in arability in terms of kupanda miwa and nini. In terms of gold and mineral. Copper iko pale na gold ni mob sana. In fact, I think it was last year, there were Chinese guys building a road, and all of a sudden mazidi wanaona mawe zinashine. It was all over the news. Sijui mbona hiyo story ilikanyangiwa. But gold zilikuwa hapo mob sana. Residents over there were getting almost 20,000 per day. But the government came ikawafukuza wote. Nyatike, Migori County. This chemical was going, the importer of this chemical was a company called Nowaka. N-O-W-O-C-A. C-O-L-T-D. Nowaka C-O-L-T-D Company Limited. That was the import of this mineral, of this chemical. What are they doing with it? They are fucking leaching gold. There is so much fucking gold in Migori County. In fact, I was being told 30 kgs of gold ndio ile inatoka Migori County. You know what that means? Niliwafanyia hesabu last time. 1 gram of gold goes for 8,000 bob. What about 30? That's like 300 million per day. Inaenda wapi? Untaxed. That is what we are dealing with, the people of Kenya. I need you to wake up. And the mainstream media will not tell you this because they are being controlled by the government, who also don't want us to find out about things. That's why for a very long time we have not known about these things. So go ukijua story, tell it to another person, to tell it to another person. I need this information out there to as many people as possible. So in fact, when this I'm finishing this video, nataka ni drop all the geographical coordinates. Mtazitype tu hapo kwa Google Maps. You see the coordinates there, specific places where this gold is being mined. So far, I think I've managed to come up with 12 places, but I think I know there are more in Migori County alone. This time I'm focusing on Migori County alone before I go to Nyabera in Nandi County. Pale pia kuna gold mob sana. Inakujiango na chopper every weekend. So Migori County, Nyatike, that's where the sodium cyanide was being taken, but the NEMA, the National Environmental Management Authority, lied to us it was being taken to Uganda. And I'll share graphics of this very later when I receive them. Number 2, Meona Joho amekuwa nominated the CS of mining. We all know, me and you know, Joho is a crook. Why is he being positioned in the mining industry? There's only one answer to that. Kuna do. There's a lot of fucking money there. And by the way, sijui kama mlisikia story ya JKIA kuuzwa. It was being leased for 30 years to some Indian company called Aldona something. The reason they're doing this is because they won't have unmanaged and monitored export of our minerals without our, so such that hakutakuwa na documents zinaonyesha hii gold ndio ilienda hii time from this person to this place. That's what they wanted. Hopefully nataka tu tuendelee kuinject. These things cannot happen. We are being robbed day and night by the Chinese, by Uhuru, by Ruto, by Obado. Obado ndio anaibia watu wa Migori because it's the proxy to, in fact, the reason why kulikuwa na kesi fulani ya Obado aliwa mdema anaitwa Sharon, but he somehow survived. It's because he's a proxy and he works for Williams Ruto. That's why he has bought thousands of acres in those Migori county areas. Hizo tunaitanga remote places, which are by the way remote by strategy. They cannot, the moment hizo towns zitaanza kugrow itakuwa noma sana, so they need to remain as remote as possible so that hakutakuwa na any people moving there trying to identify what is going on. Yeah, Migori County, the sodium cyanide was going to Migori County in Nyatike. And if you don't believe me, go to your Google right now, search Nyatike gold. Kumekuwa na scandal mob sana za gold. Go and search that. Go and search Nyatike gold. So Joho being positioned in the mining industry means we are now going to be fact double kuibiwa. But by fact I mean kunaibiwa. So what do? I can honestly tell you I don't know what we are going to do, but we need to keep on injecting. It hurts me a lot when I find out it's actually about 1,000 people wamekalia watu 55 million baht. And some of you are just staying. I talked to a guy na muuliza mbona nyinyi mnakaa home wengine wakienda maandamano, ichao sasa ati sisi tumewachia nyinyi Gen Z mpigane na ima. What the fuck are you talking about? We need to step out here, all of us, because we are being robbed day and night. You know, I was talking to a geologist and he tells me, Najoniaje Kimani, if the corruption in Kenya is stopped now, tutalipa hii deni yetu within 5 years. And unajua deni yetu ni how much sai? About 13 trillion. So imagine what we can do with the rest of the money that will be, the rest of the revenue will be collecting from other avenues. That's how much fact we are. By watu wangapi? Watu watawapiti thou. Now, another thing. Nisha mentioned JKIA, where it was being sold. But, here's the thing. Did you know, mulisikia story Ruto amelipiwa flight ya private jet, akaenda US by the UAE paid for it. But here's the catch. Did you know there was a memorandum that was signed that the United Arab Emirates should come to Kenya and they will start mining minerals in our national reserves? That's how fact we are. There's an article about that. Hizi vitu zote zimekuwa zikifanywa chini ya maji. Ruto is selling our country and he doesn't give a shit. This is the first expose I'm doing of Migori County. Nimewambia nitawekea hizo coordinates hapo chini. Hopefully tomorrow I'm hoping to come back with I told you there's this guy called Jacob Juma. There's a list he had. I think he had come up with a list of about 30 minerals that he had identified. But in real sense, Kenya has about 970 minerals. Confirmed information from a geologist in Kenya. So if we wake up right now, na tuanze injecting, Kenya is so poor yet is so rich yet we are so poor. We are poor by design. We cannot allow that to happen. So I'm just giving you a heads up of what's really happening. Joho akiingia kwa mining sector, na yeye Duale ameingia kwa environment. Now that means the scam of carbon credits, it's about now near 18. These are the things we need to be looking at. There's so much happening under our noses. I need you guys to stay awake. And also I'll be talking about other mines and the national reserves. The national reserves, zile wanaita wildlife conservancies. There was one I noticed juzi, kuna hii kitu ilikuwa inaitwa Gold Crush. I think we talked about it on a space, but I'll be talking about that. So I need you to keep your heads up. Leo sikuwa na information mob, but I am still compiling that information. Hopefully by Sunday I'll have something, or if I'll still be alive. But you guys need to stay alert. A lot is happening beyond that. I want you every time unaenda hapo nje and you see a mzungu, you ask yourself, You don't see him as a mzungu, you ask yourself, huyu anakaa amekuja kutuibia nini? Because that's the only thing they are doing here. Keep your heads up, brothers, and keep on injecting. Wacha tuende mjengo sisi.